Maybe you're in college and you're not sure if you're in the right program, or maybe you know you're in the right career, but you're not sure if college is really the right pathway for you, and you want to know if you might be better off going with online courses or other methods of learning instead. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can figure out if college is the right place for you to go right now, or if you'd be better off doing something else instead. The first thing I want to talk about is something that might sound really obvious, because before you need to know if college is the best way to learn your career or if online courses are better or other methods are better, the first thing you need to know is what career you want to pursue. But if you're not sure that right now you're pursuing the right career, if you are in college and you feel like maybe you're not in the right program, if you have a doubt at all, there's a big chance you're not in the right place. If you want to learn more about this, I made a video on that, so you can click in the description if you want to check it out. I think it's one of the best videos I've ever made, and if it applies to you, absolutely go check out that video, because you need to understand why you need to start giving yourself permission to follow your number one passion. Because until you start doing that, until you give yourself excuses to not follow your passion, you're going to be unfulfilled and you're going to feel anxious because you feel like you're not following the right path in life. With that said, if you are in a situation where you know where you should be going, where you know what's the right job for you, now it's really easy to figure out if college is right for you, okay? There are only 3 questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, who is going to pay me? Okay, this is the most important thing. If you're an artist, it's probably going to be people buying your paintings or whatever you're going to build. So it's consumers. If you're a doctor, it's going to be the staff in charge of the hospital. If you want to be a programmer, well, it depends who you want to work with. Question number 2, would they be willing to pay you even if you don't have a degree? Okay, for doctors in the US, probably not. So there, you have your answer. Go to college. Go get your degree. For programmers, well, now it's different. A lot of programmers in the US don't have a degree and they're self-taught. This means that you do not need a degree to become a programmer. Now, that doesn't mean that it's better to not go to college, because question number 3, what's the fastest way to get to my goal? Is it college or is it something else? Okay, but obviously, if question number 2, the answer is you need a degree, question number 3 doesn't even enter that debate. The only place you need to go is the place that's going to give you those credentials. But if you don't need the fucking degree, all you need to ask yourself is, what's the fastest way I can get the people who are going to pay me for my work to be willing to pay for my work? Okay? If the fastest way is to go to college and get a degree, awesome. But for a lot of jobs, okay, and you're going to have to look for the demand in your field. Personally, as a web developer, I managed to get a job at $18 an hour in less than 6 months using online courses, which would have taken me 3 years of college. And in that situation, if you want to become a front-end web developer, I can promise you that college is not the way you should go. Because I've done it, and I'm telling you, I saved like 2.5 years to get my entry-level position in that field, and it wasn't that hard to get that job. If you see there's not a lot of competition, fuck college. Like, it's probably a lot faster to just learn on your own, and since there's not a lot of competition and a lot of demand, some people are going to be willing to pay even though you don't have a degree, because you are so much in demand. But if there's a lot of people who are offering the same services you want to offer, and there's a lot of competition in your specific in the specific positions you want to get, now it's a little more complicated. You could go to college, but that's going to depend on the job you want to create. For example, if you want to be a Facebook advertising expert, okay? You want to build Facebook ads campaigns. Well, you could go to college. It's going to take you a lot of years, or you could learn it for a couple of months on Udemy or other platforms, and then afterwards, yes, you don't have experience, you don't have anything, so it's going to be hard to find a job after watching a couple of courses. But what you can do is approach businesses and offer to work for free and build advertising campaigns for them. And after you build a couple, maybe one or two campaigns that work and you can prove that you can deliver good results to your clients, well, after that, you can apply to other jobs. And even though you don't have a degree, you don't have anything, you just come up and say, look at this. Those are 2 campaigns that I've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars to my 2 clients. Do you want me to build something like that for you? What do you think's going to happen? They're going to hire you because they want the results you have proven you can deliver. Way better than the degree. This is way better than the degree when it comes to proving to people you can do the job. And it's going to take you a lot faster to get to do those 2 profitable campaigns than to go to college for 3 years. And think about it. It's not just about marketing. If you want to be a web designer, build beautiful websites. It's going to be a lot faster to be able to build amazing websites by yourself, by practicing and then showing them to clients, than to go to college for 3 years to get a degree. And what do you think is going to happen? If you go to a client and you show him, these are websites that I made, and he's just amazed by how beautiful the websites you've made, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's going to hire you or the other guy who doesn't have that good of a portfolio, but he has a college degree? Obviously, it's going to be you, because it's not about the degree, it's about the results people can deliver. I've hired people in the past, and I don't give a fuck what their education is. The only reason I cared about whether or not they had an education, it's kind of a guarantee that at least they're not going to be that bad. But the only reason I care about the degree is because degrees generally mean that the person has some level of skill. But if the person can prove to me that they have a really good level of skill, well, the degree doesn't matter anymore, because the only reason the degree mattered is because it can show a level of skill. But if that person comes to me with a fucking awesome portfolio that shows even more skill than the degree would show me, it's fucking better. And so for a lot of people, college can work for you. But it's not about whether or not it can work. It's about whether or not it's the best option for you. Online courses can work too. And in a lot of cases, faster. So again, to wrap up, first thing you need to ask yourself to know whether or not college is the right place for you to learn your career skills. Number 1, who are the people who are willing to pay me? Number 2, are they going to be willing to pay me even if I don't have a degree? If no, you go get a degree. If yes, what's the fastest way to get them to pay me the money I want to get? If college is not the answer, don't go to college. If you're interested about online courses, but you're not sure which courses are available and which courses you should get, go check out my website, isthiscoursegood.com, where we test and review online courses. On this site, you'll see which courses are good and which courses are not worth your money. This is going to help you figure out which courses you should buy and what are the opportunities available to you outside of college to learn the career you want to learn. Also consider subscribing, because very soon I'm going to release a video on how to find clients as a freelancer. So if you want to do some freelance work, I'm going to share with you all the tips I learned that allowed me to get people to pay up to $85 an hour for my time as a web designer and copywriter. So if you don't want to miss that video and more videos like that, click the button below and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you soon. Take care.